It's time for KRGV Channel 5's Masterminds, a program geared towards Valley High School academics. With your host, Tim Smith. Today in Round 2 competition, Port Isabel High School and Weslaco High School match wits in their quest to become this year's Masterminds champions.
Hey everybody, welcome to Round 2 Masterminds competition. Today it is Port Isabel and Weslaco, and let's get right to it with our quick start questions for today. Hands on your buzzer, students. Here we go. We start with a math question. Solve for the unknown. 3 equal y plus 8y. That's Port Isabel. Brian.
3.
No. Weslaco, anyone? All right, Leslie.
1/3.
That's correct. Spell prejudice. Port Isabel, Dagan.
P-R-E-J-U-D-I-C-E. Prejudice.
That's correct. Well done. Another math question. What is the square root of 0.0784? And time is up. It's 0.28. Another math question. Calculate the cost of auto insurance for 15 years if each annual premium is $110. That's Weslaco. Leslie.
1,500.
No. Port Isabel, anyone? All right, Ding.
1650.
That's correct, $1,650. Name the strait between Marin County and San Francisco. Time is up. That's the Golden Gate Strait. As seen from the Earth, in what direction do the stars pass across the sky? It's Port Isabel. Dagan.
East.
Which direction do they pass? West to east, east to west, north to south? Correct. Galvanized metal has a coating of which of these? Zinc, tin, copper, or aluminum? That's Port Isabel. Garrett.
Aluminum.
No. What's going on? Say so.
Zinc.
Yes, that's correct. In books, he was a famous archer and outlaw of medieval England. That's Weslaco. Ian.
Robin Hood.
Yes, that's right. From what present-day country did the Normans emerge to invade the British Isles? Port Isabel. Garrett.
Norway.
No? Weslaco. Say so.
Normandy.
No, it's France. Country was France. The libraries of ancient Assyria contained thousands of tablets made of what? That's Weslaco. Say so.
Clay.
Sorry?
Clay. Mud.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. And that wraps up our quick start for today.
Masterminds is supported in part by Navy Army Community Credit Union.
So after the quick start, our score is Weslaco 40, Port Isabel 30. Before we go any farther, let's meet our judges who are here from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Megan Burke, Associate Professor of History and Graduate Coordinator in the College of Liberal Arts, and Dr. Noreen Rivera, Assistant Professor in the Department of Literatures and Cultural Studies. Our judges, give them a round of applause, please. All right, it's almost time for Hot Topics, but before we get to that, let's meet the team from Weslaco. We'll start with Ian.
I'm Ian Aranda. I am a senior at Weslaco High School. I participate in UIL Computer Science, Business Professionals of America, and yeah, that's it.
Great, glad to have you here.
Hello, my name is Zazie Villanueva. I am the Vice President for Student Council. I am also the Vice President for BPA. I compete in DECA. I am also in UIL. I compete in accounting and computer applications. I'm in NHS, National Science National Honor Society, and National Technical Honor Society.
Great, welcome.
Hi, I'm Cesar Maldonado. I am in Lincoln Douglas Debate, Extemporaneous Speaking, BPA C++ Programming, and Mariachi. And I'd like to shout out to all the extempers from the RGV.
Fantastic. Welcome the team from Weslaco participating in Masterminds today. All right, Weslaco, time for Hot Topics. You're playing by yourselves, okay? You don't need your buzzers on this. I think the first answer we hear from the team. Here we go. 3 questions. What's the name of the spacesuit-clad mannequin behind the wheel of the Tesla Roadster carried into space by SpaceX?
Heavy Falcon.
No, that's what carried it up, Falcon Heavy, but it was Starman was the name of the mannequin. What insurance company is being sued by the state of California after the company's medical director admitted he never looked at patients' records when deciding whether to approve or deny health care?
Aenaut.
Say that again?
It's Aenaut or Enot. I can spell it out for you.
Spell it out for me.
It's A-E-N-A-T.
No, it's A-E-T-N-A. Etna is what it was. Etna. Not going to take that, judges, right? No, okay, making sure. 3 people were killed and 4 others injured when a sightseeing helicopter went down recently while touring what Arizona
Grand Canyon.
landmark?
The Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, that's right. You don't need your buzzers on this. Okay, well done. Puts you up to 50 points. Now let's meet the team from Port Isabel. We'll start here on the end with Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian Chavez. I am the student body president. I am also part of the UIL team, and I'm UIL state champion, and I am an all-state academic elite football player.
Terrific. Welcome to have you. Glad to have you here.
Thanks.
My name is Dagan Wise. I'm a senior at Port Isabel High School. I'm the varsity powerlifting captain, and I'm a state-ranked powerlifter in the 181 class.
Great. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Garrett Stoll. I'm in DECA, UIL, and I'm really happy to be here.
Well, we're really happy to have you here. The entire team from Port Isabel participating in today's Masterminds. All right, time for your hot topics now. 3 questions, current events. Don't use your buzzers, okay? We'll just take the first answer we hear. On May 19th, 2019 at 12 noon, that's the date and time set for the wedding of what famous couple?
Prince Harry.
I'm sorry, 2019. Yes, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. That's right. At $10 billion, the cost to put on what 2.5-week worldwide sporting event is roughly the same as the GDP of Madagascar?
Winter Olympics.
Yes. Where did a plane crash recently, killing all 71 people on board?
Korea.
No, it was in Moscow, Russia. But you get 2 correct, puts you up to 50 points. So after our first round, the score is all tied up, 50-50, Port Isabel and Weslaco. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll meet the teacher coordinators who work so hard to get the students ready for the games, and we'll do quick picks, the grab bag, all that and more. Masterminds continues on Channel 5 right after the break. Welcome back to Masterminds Round 2 competition. Today we're all tied up, Port Isabel and Weslaco at 50 points apiece. Let's meet the teacher coordinators from the 2 schools. We'll start with Weslaco. Leslie, you're up.
Yes, this is Mr. Josevia Gomez. He is the head UIL coordinator at our high school. He is also a Harvard graduate. He is the AP Engineering Math teacher at our high school, and he is also a genius.
That helps. Welcome. We're glad you're here. We appreciate that very much. All right, Port Isabel, Dagan.
This is Mr. Victor Vedetta. He's our DECA advisor. He's our junior leadership advisor, in addition to teaching business at our school and being our Masterminds advisor.
Great, welcome. Glad to have you here. Once again, we appreciate your hard work getting the students ready. All right, students, time now for quick picks. We're going to show you pictures on the TV screen. We'll ask you questions about each one. Everybody's playing. You do need your buzzers. Here we go. Alberto Fujimori was once president of what South American country? All right, Port Isabel, Brian.
Brazil.
No? Weslaco? Cesar.
Colombia.
That was Peru. In the sport of archery, how many points are scored by hitting a bullseye? Weslaco, Ian.
50.
No? Port Isabel, Dagan.
60.
No, it's 10.
Oh.
This is an example of chemical element 14. What is it? That's Weslaco, Ian.
Lead.
No? Port Isabel, anybody want to try it? Ring in if you do. Okay, Garrett.
Osmium.
No, that's silicon. While each individual shape is a hexagon, by what name is this overall? Port Isabel, Brian.
Honeycomb.
That's correct. This man was vice president under Lyndon Johnson. Who was he? And time is up. That was Hubert Humphrey. This is the state capitol building in Montana. In what city will you find it? That's Weslaco, Ian.
Helena.
Yes, that's right. This is the former currency of France. What was it called? Weslaco, Cesar.
The franc.
Yes. This is a picture of the 5 living presidents. How many are Democrats and how many are Republicans?
3 Democrats.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, 3 Democrats, 2 Republicans.
That's correct. This country is bordered by Sweden, Russia, and the Baltic Sea. What country is it? That's Weslaco, Ian.
Finland.
Yes, that's right. What U.S. general was unsuccessful in his 9-month, Weslaco, Leslie?
Pancho Villa.
No, in his 9-month pursuit of the legendary Pancho Villa. Port Isabel. And time is up. General John J. Pershing. And that wraps up our quick picks for today.
Masterminds is supported in part by Navy Army Community Credit Union.
All right, so after our quick picks, Weslaco is in the lead 90-60 over Port Isabel. That means Port Isabel, you get to go first in the grab bag round. You can choose envelope 1, 2, or 3, any one you'd like, from the ones that Dr. Rivetta is holding over there, whichever you'd like.
We'd like number 1, please.
Number 1 it is. All right. Remember, you've got 60 seconds to answer the 10 questions in this envelope, okay? If you don't know one, say pass and come back. We'll come back to it if there's time within the 60 seconds. Your category is poly, P-O-L-Y. The following answers all use the prefix poly as a basis. Okay? 60 seconds. Here we go. A closed figure with 3 or more line segments to say it.
Polygon.
Yes. A belief in many gods.
Polytheistic.
Yes. A compound of high molecular weight. An algebraic function.
Pass.
A group of Pacific islands.
Pass.
Pass. The Cyclops blinded by Ulysses.
Pass.
A lie detector.
Polygraph.
Yes. The Greek muse of singing.
Polysius.
No. Popular synthetic fiber.
Pass.
Having more than one spouse.
Polygamy.
Yes, we'll go back. A compound of high molecular weight.
Pass.
An algebraic function.
Polygram.
No. A group of Pacific islands.
Pass.
The Cyclops blinded by Ulysses.
Policies.
No. A popular synthetic fiber. Time is up. All right. Got how many correct? 4 correct, puts you up to 80 points. Let's go over the others we didn't get. A compound of high molecular weight is a polymer. An algebraic function is a polynomial. A group of Pacific islands is Polynesia. Cyclops blinded by Ulysses is Polyphemus. The Greek muse of singing is Polyhymnia. Popular synthetic fiber is polyester. All right, so it puts you up to 80 points. Now, Weslaco, it's your turn. 2 envelopes remain. You can choose whichever you want, 2 or 3.
2.
Number 2 it is. All right, same rules apply. You've got 60 seconds. You don't need your buzzers on this, okay? I'll take the first answer we hear from the team. Your category is medicine. Medicine. Okay, 60 seconds. Here we go. In the double form of this illness, both lungs are inflamed.
Bronchitis.
No. The laser surgery known by this 5-letter acronym corrects nearsightedness.
LASIK.
Yes. What part of the eyeball gets peeled back and reshaped during LASIK surgery?
Pass.
What is the leading cause of preventable disease in the U.S.?
Smoking.
Yes. What tiny agents can only grow within living cells and cause such diseases as hepatitis, influenza, and AIDS?
Viruses.
Yes. What word refers to one who gives blood for medical purposes?
Donor.
Yes. What C word indicates that a disorder was present at birth?
Pass.
What 6-letter medical suffix means surgical removal of?
Itis.
No. Name the surgical term for the line formed by sewing together of 2 separate tissues.
Suture.
Yes. The Mayo-Gibbon bypass machine assumes the functions of which 2 different organs?
Pass.
We'll go back. What? No, we won't go back. That's the end of our time. How many did you judge? Just 5? All right, puts you up to 115 points. Let's go over the 5 we didn't get. In the double form of pneumonia, both lungs are inflamed. The part of the eyeball that gets peeled back during LASIK is the cornea. The C word that indicates a disorder was present at birth is congenital. The 6-letter medical suffix that means surgical removal of is ectomy. And the Mayo-Gibbons bypass machine assumes the function of the heart and lungs. So you're up to 115 points. You still have the lead, but there's 1 envelope remaining. Envelope number 3. We all play on this one, okay? Got 60 seconds. You do need your buzzers on this, all right? The category that no one chose is antonyms. This is a multiple choice vocabulary quiz, all right? Everybody's playing. Here we go. Does ignominy mean the opposite of infamy, vanity, humiliation, or esteem? Port Isabel Bryan.
Esteem.
Yes, that's correct. Does integrity mean the opposite of disintegration, reason, depravity, or criminality? That's Port Isabel Garrett.
Criminality.
Yes. Does gregarious mean the opposite of unsociable, superior, proud, or modest? Port Isabel Garrett.
Proud.
No. Leslie, go Leslie.
Modest.
No, it's unsociable. Does delectable mean the opposite of destructive, inflatable, inedible, or respectable? Leslie, go Cesar.
Inedible.
Correct. Does permeable mean the opposite of impenetrable? Port Isabel Dagan.
Oh, I accidentally pressed it.
I'm sorry?
Accidentally.
You accidentally pressed it? Okay. Too late for anybody from Port Isabel. Once you've rung in, you've rung in. I'll finish it. Impenetrable, impermanent, porous, or negligible? That's Cesar.
Impenetrable.
That's right. Does keen mean the opposite of open, dull, witty, or problematic? Port Isabel Garrett.
Dull.
Yes. And that's the end of our time. We've got a good game going on. Right now the score, Weslaco 135, Port Isabel 110. It's time for a break. When we come back, it'll be time for arts and music. Each question worth 20 points. Could be a game changer. Don't go away. Welcome back to Masterminds. It is Weslaco and Port Isabel today. Weslaco in the lead, 135 to 110. It is time for art and music. We're going to start with art. We call it top art. Go to the art museum, take a look at a piece of artwork, ask you to identify the artist or the work. This is for 20 points. The artist or the work. Port Isabel, Brian.
Manet.
No, it's not Manet. Weslaco, anyone? All right, say so.
Rembrandt?
No, this is Mary Cassatt. It's the boating party. But we have another, also for 20 points. Weslaco, Leslie.
Diego Rivera.
No? Port Isabel, anybody? All right, Garrett.
In My Father's House.
In My Father's House. No, this is a garden. Nice try, though, by August Mackey. Always give it a shot. You never know, right? We're 0 for art. Let's try music now. For this, listen carefully and identify the composer or the work. This also for 20 points. That's Weslaco, say so.
Debussy?
Debussy, no. Port Isabel, Garrett. That is Mozart, piano concerto number 21. We have another, also for 20 points. Listen very carefully. That's Port Isabel, Garrett. That is Bach. Brandenburg concert number 1, and it was a game changer. Now Port Isabel is in the lead, 150 to 135, 40 quick points. Art and music, gotta love it, right? We're gonna take a break. We'll be back. It's time for the final stretch. Don't go away. Welcome back to Masterminds. Round 2 competition today. Port Isabel in the lead, 150 to 135 over Weslaco. It's time for the final stretch. We're going to ask questions until that final bell rings. Hands on your buzzer, students. Here we go. Who is the first foreign head of state to be convicted of a criminal offense by U.S. courts? All right, Port Isabel, Brian.
Flynn.
Flynn, no. Weslaco, say so.
Hitler?
That was Manuel Noriega. What organization wouldn't let Dr. Charles Drew, the founder of its blood bank program, donate blood in 1942 because he was black? And that's Port Isabel, Garrett.
Red Cross.
That's correct. The main artery leaving the heart, its diameter can be as big as a garden hose. What is it? Port Isabel, Dagan.
Aorta.
That's right. 2 questions about birds. If a vertebrate has this physical feature, it's a bird. Port Isabel, Garrett.
Hollow bones.
No. Weslaco, anybody? Say so.
Feathers?
Yes, or wings, yes. What do the rhea, penguin, emu, and cassowary all share in common? Port Isabel, Garrett.
None of them can fly.
That's correct. 4 of these, identify these states. There's 4 questions like this. The first state to enter the Union that borders the Pacific Ocean. Port Isabel, Garrett.
California.
Yes. The last state to enter the Union that borders the Pacific Ocean. That's Weslaco, say so.
Washington?
No. Port Isabel, Brian. No, Hawaii. Not counting, sound like a trick question, right? Not counting Pennsylvania and Connecticut, which are debatable, the first state to enter the Union that does not border the Atlantic Ocean. Port Isabel, Garrett.
Rhode Island.
No? Weslaco, Ian.
New Hampshire?
That was Vermont. The last state to enter the Union that does border the Atlantic Ocean. Port Isabel, Brian.
Rhode Island.
No? Weslaco, say so.
Florida?
That's correct. We'll move on. Math question. Name the next lowest 2 prime numbers after 100. Weslaco, Leslie.
101 and 103.
That's correct. After the death of Desmond Llewellyn, which Monty Python actor took over the role of Q in the James Bond films? Time is up. That was John Cleese. That's where you were going, right? In 2002, U.S. federal judge Lewis Powell sent shockwaves through the criminal justice system when he said his court would no longer accept dactylography as an exact science. What is the, Weslaco, say so?
It's a study of fingers.
Study of
Appendages.
fingerprint is what I heard
Fingerprint.
first, and I'm going to accept that because that is correct, fingerprinting. Giving your answer as a percent, what is the sum of 5/8 and .125. That's Port Isabel Dagan.
6/8.
No. Weslaco, anybody? And time is up, 75%. They're closely related to sharks, and they look like flattened sharks. They're large pectoral. Weslaco, say so.
Skates and rays.
Yes. In his memoirs, Ulysses Grant said that he considered it to be one of the most unjust ever waged by a stronger nation against a weaker nation. Named this war of the 1840s. Port Isabel Garrett.
Civil War.
No. Weslaco, anyone? And time is up, the Mexican War. Shakespeare wrote 3 plays whose title characters fall in love with each other. Name any one of those plays. Weslaco, Leslie.
Romeo
And
and Juliet.
Judges, you going to accept that? Yes, so we can't accept it from 2 different players. Port Isabel Dagan. That's correct. The others are Anthony and Cleopatra, Troilus and Cressida. Traveling south, passing through the Suez Canal, what body of water will you enter after leaving the Gulf of Suez? That's Port Isabel Bryan.
The Atlantic.
No? Say so.
the Indian Ocean.
That's the Red Sea. The largest areas of grassland and desert in the United States are in which direction from the Mississippi? Weslaco, Ian?
West.
Yes. What verb means to make a second copy of data or files for security or safekeeping? Weslaco, say so.
Archive.
No. Port Isabel Garrett?
Back up.
Yes. The act of pressing and releasing the mouse button twice is called what? Port Isabel Garrett?
Double clicking.
That's right. Solve for x. We have two of these. X over y equal b. Okay, Weslaco, say so.
YB.
Yes, that's correct. Here's the other. 4x minus 9 equal 31. That's Weslaco, Leslie.
10.
That's right. Cigarette smoking is believed to cause what disease? Port Isabel Bryan?
Lung cancer.
Yes. Which one typically travels the shortest distance? The discus, the javelin, the hammer, or the shot? That's Port Isabel Dagan.
The shot.
Yes. Who formulated the theory that matter and energy are interchangeable? That's Weslaco, say so.
Einstein.
That's right. In the spectrum, which color falls between yellow and blue? Port Isabel Dagan.
Green.
Yes. An aneroid or mercury barometer measures what kind of pressure? Port Isabel Garrett. I'm sorry?
Barotomic.
No. Weslaco, Ian.
Air.
Yes, they're atmospheric. Which punctuation mark is found in contractions? Weslaco, say so.
The apostrophe.
Yes. The world's largest desert has a name which means desert. In which language? Port Isabel Bryan. Time is up. Weslaco? Anybody? All right, Cesar.
Congo.
No, Arabic. What U.S. city calls itself the energy capital of the world? Port Isabel Bryan.
Pittsburgh.
No. Weslaco, anyone? All right, Cesar.
Colorado.
No, it's Houston, Texas. 4 questions about geology. The primary cause of condensation in the atmosphere is what? That's Weslaco, say so.
Drop in temperature.
Yes. Rocks that allow water to pass through them are said to be what? Port Isabel Garrett.
Porous.
Yes. Most of the rock that forms the walls of the Grand Canyon belongs to which of the 3? Weslaco, say so.
Sedimentary.
That's right. Sinkholes are depressions that always form over beds of what kind of sedimentary rock? Port Isabel Garrett.
Wet.
No. I like it, but no. Weslaco, anybody? Time is up. Limestone. Universal Studios Islands of Adventure is located in what city? Weslaco, Ian.
Orlando.
Yes. What's the term for paintings that use pigments mixed with H2O rather than oil? Weslaco, say so.
Watercolors.
That's right. What's the sum of the square root of 81 and the square root of 144? That's Weslaco, say so.
21.
That's right. During the Civil War, what was the easternmost of the 23 Union states? Port Isabel Garrett.
Maine.
Yes. What type of opera began as comic skits called intermezzos, performed in front of the curtain between the acts of a serious opera? We're looking for the Italian term. Port Isabel Garrett.
Drama.
No? Weslaco, anybody? Time is up. Opera buffa. All these writers were noted satirists except Voltaire, John Milton, Mark Twain, Jonathan Swift, or Aristophanes. That's Port Isabel Garrett.
Aristophanes.
No, and there's our bell singing the end of our game. Too late. The final score is Weslaco 295, Port Isabel 270. That was a game. I want to congratulate all the students for an amazing game today. Thank you for your performance and all your preparation getting ready. I want to thank our judges here once again from UTRGV, Dr. Burke and Dr. Rivera. Weslaco, we'll see you in the next round, and we'll see you at home next week for another exciting competition of Masterminds.